All right, y'all. This is a random topic today. I just happened to look over and I seen this right here. And I was like, oh yeah, this game was fucking trash. And then I was like, oh yeah, let me make a video on that shit. Because I totally forgot to at the time. Because I was so blowed. I put that shit down and I just never looked back. Kind of like how I did with these new Pokemon games. I beat that shit one time and just never picked that shit back up again. Because I was like, well, that was a waste. Anyways, that might be a different video too. Anyways, yeah, that Final Fantasy 15, that shit was trash. I was like, this what y'all came with? This is what we was waiting on? This here? This shit gave my hopes up. I mean, the beginning of the game, and I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of detail like that, because I'm assuming, if you're even watching this video, I'm assuming you've already at least played it to some degree, or you know something about the game and all that, because I don't know how to do all these fancy YouTube videos where they put the clips on there and all that. I just pick up a phone and start recording. But anyways, so the game start off beautiful. You know what I mean? Like you got hope. Like yeah, the game looks sharp. All the characters look legit. You know what I mean? Like you're like okay. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, I like this. You know, the characters are talking to them. Talking to each other. Like you can feel that they've known each other forever, even if you don't know who these characters are from, you know what I'm saying, like past series and you know what I mean, and anime and all that. You can at least get a feel that these characters know each other from childhood. You know, like I'll start with the compliments of the game. The compliments, the pros of the game. It's beautiful. I mean, probably easily one of the most visually aesthetic games I've seen Final Fantasy push. And they've made some great games, but this one right here, I was like, they did fabulous. I mean, can't lie, it was beautiful. You know, the soundtrack was amazing. Like just a lot of god tier soundtrack that I like. Like I don't really know how to describe these music pieces, but I don't know. They're just it's very nice. Even a lot of the subtle songs are very nice. Not really memorable, but I would say, as you play the game, it's like, it's nice. They did good on the soundtrack, so I'll give them that. Um, shit, I'm really thinking. Cause it's running really short now. Uh, the car, the regalia, it was nice. Okay, now I'm being fodder now. Okay, to the fucking cons. Okay, number one, my main problem with the game is the fact that now I play a lot of MMORPGs. You know what I'm saying? I play a lot of open world, so if you're gonna throw me in an open world with some demons, there are some things and demons and monsters and all that. There are some things that I kind of automatically expect. Just kind of as a no brainer. Just as a no brainer. Just common sense shit. Like one of the main things that started to piss me off in this game was the fact that, wait a minute, so you're telling me that all these monsters around, you know what I mean? Like we can't drive at night and all this because it's so dangerous, and yet nothing's fortified. It's pissing me off. Like, why is it every time I'm looking at some of these town characters, like a lot of these AIs, they looking like somebody you found in a fucking Walmart somewhere, and you're like, if you walk outside this gate, you could die. Like, why aren't you armored up and shit? Where the fences at? Where the swords? Where are the soldiers to protect these citizens? Because what's keeping these monsters from killing motherfuckers? You know what I mean? Like that was bothering me, and I'm like, maybe it's just me being picky, But no, I play way too many open worlds where if monsters is roaming about, they got fortifications going on. You know what I mean? Like if you see a place where there's a lot of water, you're gonna see like fishing shit pop up. Like there are certain things that come with certain areas. You know what I mean? Like just basic. I mean, even Pokemon got this right. Like how are they messing this up? This is Final Fantasy. Like, come on. It pissed me off. Speaking of this, but pissed me off. No, or it blew my mind. Like like, there's no background anything. Like, once you actually get out of the regalia, cause I like to explore. I'm like, all this damn open world. Let me see what's going on. Not shit. It's not shit out there. It's like all this space that you guys left wide open. You know what I mean? Why y'all did, add something? I mean, come on now. The same, like, it's so much wrong with the game. I don't even know where to start because I'm like, yo, I guess I should have wrote a script for this. But man, you got the same gas station. I mean, the first one looked nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, okay, like, I like this feel until you get into like more of the game, and then you realize, why are they all looking the same? I mean, when I mean the same, I'm talking about from the paint to God. No. From the paint to the crooked picture on the wall, it's like carbon copy. Even the people, it's like once you start noticing the AIs, like the actual people, they all are carbon copies of each other. You know what I mean? Like zero difference. And like, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of like games have that where a lot of the AIs, you probably find like the same two AI in a fucking town somewhere in a random game, you know what I mean? But no, I'm talking about they had like 8 people that was looking the same, maybe with different shirts on, switch of heads or something, but same body. It was like, really? Did you guys like use like 2 character models for the whole fucking game? Like, why did you guys do this? It makes it feel so dead and hollow. Like, there's no urgency. And I got so tired of seeing Cindy's bitch ass. Like, I'm so tired of this country ass bumpkin chick, boobs all in my face, completely out of sync with the fucking story what's going on. Like, it's all dark and gloomy, shit's supposed to be going on, and here she come.
Hi, y'all. I wonder if you can do me a favor and you can go get me some car parts so I can fix your regalia. What do you guys think about that there?
Where the fuck is she coming from with this happy-go-lucky? She belongs in a fucking Mario game somewhere. Like, get her the fuck out of here. And the fact that I have to spend so much fucking time with this bitch, it pisses me off. Because I'm like, why does every mission have to come back around her ass? Like, I'm tired of shit. Fuck my car. Like, I could care less about upgrades to the fucking car. I need to get stronger. Fuck the car. What about this magic system, though? Like, y'all putting too much emphasis on the damn car. That magic system is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, it just blew my mind. I'm like, all these damn mechanics, and yet the basics ones are trash. Like, why? Not only, I'm like, you can really go through the whole game and press and hold X. Like, what? And you're telling me I'm just coming off of Lightning Returns now at the time. You know what I mean? Like, the last Final Fantasy game, or, well, I got, I'm not gonna say, like, Final Fantasy. I guess you can say, when it comes to skill-based, like, actual timing, Lightning Returns, yeah. I was just coming off of Lightning Returns. And that was a lot of skill-based time. It still had the same battle formula as a lot of Final Fantasies, but it was just, it was more skill-based, time-based. So, once you get into 15, it's kind of like, why is everything like baby? Like, they can hold your fucking hand during the whole thing. Like, you can phase through all the attacks. And then on top of that, like, you have a dodge button, but you don't even know when to fucking dodge. You know what I mean? And they got a fucking ramen noodle. It blew my mind. Like, real ramen noodles, the cup ramen noodles, they got a quest to make that shit in the game. Like, what? I'm not even gonna get into that because that was just like, you guys have a paid advertisement in your fucking video game for ramen noodles, a product that exists in real life? What are you doing? It was just wild. Like, I could rant about this game forever, dude. It was just so out of place, man. Just Noxus and Lunafreya, their relationship was trash. Like, I was like, who the fuck keeps in contact via magical notebook, bruh? How am I supposed to be emotionally invested if they don't even fucking see each other? You know what I mean? Like, you telling me the only time they seen each other is when they was kids? and they supposed to be getting married. Like, I mean, it's just weird. It just didn't fit. And then the only time Noxus see her is when she dies. Like, who wrote this? Like, I don't know. It's just stupid. Like, I couldn't get invested. The best person in the game was easily, I would say honestly, Gladio. But Arden, he was pretty dope. But I mean, we didn't know shit about him. I mean, so it's like, wow, these dope ass characters that we really don't get any fucking background on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just irritated me. Like, characters were able to split from the fucking party without any explanation. You know what I mean? Like, Gladio can just fucking leave and be like, oh yeah, I'll be back later. And I'm like, where the fuck are you going? No explanation. He just leaves. And it's like, what the fuck? Do I get a side mission on that later? No? Why? What the fuck? Just for them to come back with a fucking patch that I have to pay for so I can see what the fuck Gladio been doing. And Prompto and Ignis. And why the fuck is Ignis better to play as than Noctis? Like, I don't get that. I don't understand the mechanics of this game. Why don't the people in the game and the monsters have any kind of interaction, but Noctis has an interaction with the monsters and the people? Why aren't the people and the monsters interacting, but they can both interact with me? It's irritating. Like, did they not think of that? Why? Like, why carbon and paste a boss fight? Like you go in some dungeon, like some scientific, or you go in some dungeon or whatever the fuck, and then there's like a scientific elevator that leads you to the bottom, and then you run into some fucking dragon that's down there. You have I mean, it has the royal arm, and you're like, where'd this come from? Like, why is this here? Who? Why does it have the royal arm? Did it steal it? Like, am I missing something? The game just don't fucking tell you. Like, what? And then the big part just blew me. I'm jumping all over the place, but I don't care. But it blew me when the whole city of Lucius or whatever was destroyed, and I'm like, we get a fucking movie, and you can obviously tell the difference. Like, you can obviously tell they're showing you a movie clip scene from the city getting destroyed, Noctis's father dying and all that. And it's like, why wasn't I there? Why can't I be there? Why didn't I see any of this? Watching this city fall don't mean shit to me, because it's not like I was able to spend time in the fucking city. You know what I mean? Like, starting the game, you were leaving. So, and you get Noctis kind of being a dick a little bit to his dad. So it's like, you don't really have any exposition before that, which is really irritating. You know what I mean? Because this game already starts off with the premise of you watching all the other movies and shit like that. Like, no, I don't like that. Like, this is not how you get gamers to play your shit. Is if you start in the middle of something, like just expecting everybody to have already seen or read or heard of. You know what I mean? Like, what about people that just picked up your game, or somebody who just don't follow that shit? They only want to play the game. Like you're excluding a lot of your audience. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you even wanted to know why any of this was happening, who destroyed this and that, like why are they, you know what I mean? You would have to go to other sources. They don't tell you that in the game. So it's like, why? You know what I mean? It's just, this game was just dumb to me. Like, for it to be 15 and for us to wait so long for it, all these, trailers they used to have on it looking badass, like, none of that shit was in there. And it really irritated me, because I paid money for this, and this shit wasn't cheap either. You know what I mean? Like, shit was like $60. So, I'm like, and then for all these patches that's coming out, it's like, why are you guys fixing what should have been in the game anyway? It's so irritating. This is why I stopped buying This is why I play a lot of free-to-plays, because video games, the developers are starting to release video games, and they don't even be finished. You know what I mean? They don't be finished, or they're not at their, their optimal, performance, or they could be better, but they release it anyway, and they want you to pre-order. Like, they want you to pre-order some unfinished shit. or some shit that got glitches in it, some shit that they need to, you know what I mean, to retcon, or some shit that they need to fix, whatever. I don't like to not buy. I don't like to buy incomplete games. Just simple as that. I don't get to pay half price for a half-ass game. You know what I mean? Like, it just blew my mind because I'm like, oh, also, a lot of these missions are bullshit. Like, where, I mean, it's nothing but like little monster hunts, but I'm like, and then what irritates me more than anything is after you beat the game, you can't even like, I mean, you can't really free explore like you want to. You know what I mean? Like, it erases everything on your map. You can't go revisit anything, like, unless I missed something. You know what I mean? Like, when I tried to, most games try to have a new game plus. You know what I mean? Like, no. It takes you right back before, like, the major ending mission. It takes you right back to that save point. So it's like, wait, so you mean all I can't fucking even explore, so there's no incentive for me to replay the game because it would just make me do the same story mode. Like, I'm done with the story mode. Give me some side quests that's different. Give me something different. Give me an incentive to play the game. And then what was it? The save points or whatever, like the checkpoint. I don't know. The save points. It's like the campfire. Now, the best things in the game. I'm sorry. I can add that to the pros. The save points are awesome. The campfires, they're great. I love them. Oh my god, they were greatly done. Why the fuck are they not mandatory? Like, you get more XP if you go you know what I mean? If you sleep in a hotel or something, then go the extra mile while you're out traveling with your friends and camp. And you can see him hanging out, eating ramen noodles together, chomping the shit. Why is that less XP? Why? That's what we want to see. Why would you give more XP to just go into a fucking hotel just to save the game? Which one sounds like something the person would want to do more of? Why? Why would they do that? That's so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, it's just dumb. Like, this game just has a lot of fucking questions, and it's just like, why would you guys do that? Who thought this was a good idea? There's so many problems with the game, but I gotta go to work soon, so I'm not gonna make this super long, but it really pissed me off. This game was really trash, and I was like, trash. It was trash. I was like, wow, they actually really snap, making us, wait so long for this bullshit. It really blew my mind because I'm like, here I am thinking it was about to be some next level shit, and it's nothing but a bunch of copy and paste. You know what I mean? It's dull, it's bland, it's beautiful to look at, but once you get out and actually start exploring, it's nothing there. So it's like, why would you guys waste so much time with all this open space and not put shit in it? Like, that shit was trash. Like, Final Fantasy 15 was trash. And I'm sorry. Like, and I love the characters. They could have did so much better. It's just the way it was handled. Like, it was just handled so bad. To be honest, it should have been made, like, kind of right after the Kingdom Hearts or right before the Kingdom Hearts or somewhere around that time. But I don't know why I just forgot, because I was still reeling over Kingdom Hearts. Like, wow, trash. So this video is definitely overdue, because I still haven't touched that shit. Like, I'm like, it was a waste of my time.